Go ahead, Timmy. Make your usual cameo. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. And here we are for the major part of the video, the card reading. We are here with my vanilla birch candle, smelling good as always, with a bunch of my crystals. I kind of mixed it up a little bit. I felt a calling to freshen the energy of the crystals, as well as put a couple medallions I have that have different affirmations. I will show you those at the end of the video. But as you can see, I am using the Oracle of the Fairies card deck by Karen Kay. And let's get into what the universe has to tell us this week. And here are the 3 cards that came out. They actually came out of the deck pretty easily. So these are very powerful messages that are coming through this week. We have Fairy Spotting, Come Together, and Celebration. It's a little bit unusual, but it's a very positive reading. I can feel the energy from it. So let's get into the first card. The first card is Fairy Spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. I really love this card, and it's not because I'm a pixie and I'm biased. Okay, maybe a little bit. But it actually has a much deeper meaning than what is showing. The last statement on that card, believing is seeing. And that is so true, because when we actually open our hearts and open our minds to what we think is impossible, a lot of beautiful miracles can come in. Sometimes we're so conditioned to think that seeing is believing, and if we don't have concrete evidence or scientific knowledge to back it up, it doesn't exist. I think many of us realize that that's not always the case. We have a lot of different experiences that really prove otherwise. Sometimes when we lose a loved one and they're on the other side of the veil, they'll send messages to us to let us know that they're okay, or maybe just a reminder that they're thinking of us and that they're always with us. This can even happen with connections that we make with others. It could be in relationships. It could even be with nature, especially nature. A lot of us are connected with the trees, the animals, the elements, fire, air, water, and wind. Just all these different levels and different realms we can all tap into. It's just a matter of getting out of that in-the-box conditioned thinking. Unfortunately, as we grow up, we're conditioned to think a certain way, to have certain belief systems, and to only adhere to that in the mind of the matrix. And as we're slowly breaking out of that, as times, especially the past few years, have been showing, we're starting to understand that it's a lot more than meets the eye. And it's a beautiful thing, because really everything that we're experiencing in the human existence is an illusion. It's a school that we're down here to learn the lessons from. And regardless of whether we believe in God or Source or the universe, none of it's wrong, all of it's right. It actually is a matter of perspective and keeping our hearts open to the beautiful things in life. So when we allow ourselves to look for a fairy or believe in the impossible, we open the door to a new world. We might catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of our eye, or we might have that lucid dream that we wonder, was that really true? Or that intuition that kicks in, that you know that there's a deeper meaning to something. And it could be something very simple. And usually the simple little things are the most powerful. And when we dare to let go of our belief systems, when we really tap into our heart space, it makes life a lot more meaningful, and it brings back hope and faith that this is not all there is. There's so much more. Even when we level up from this life and we go on to our next journey, there's so much out there that we have no idea about. And it's not all dark, it's not all scary. It's actually beautiful and it's full of light. So I really, really love this card because we're all here for a very important reason. It doesn't matter what kind of life we're living. It doesn't matter how minuscule we think our lives are. Every single one of us has value, and every single one of us has purpose. It's just up to us to tap into the miracles and see what that purpose is. Allow yourself to open your eyes today and look around for those little miracles that you might have missed out on every day. It's really amazing when we look at things through a fresher pair of eyes or a different perspective. We really overlook a lot of beautiful little things. And when we start noticing these things, it really makes life richer. I want a Pegasus, so I'm going to spot a Pegasus. So for me, it's Pegasus spotting. So there you go. How do you like that? The second card is Come Together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. And it's very interesting this card comes up because many of us prefer to work alone. And whether we're social creatures or not, sometimes working in solitude really helps us focus and get certain things done. Now, the universe is not saying that you shouldn't do that there is a time and place for that. And I admit I thrive on working on my own, especially in the creative process. However, especially during this week, teamwork is essential. We all have different goals and ambitions that we want to achieve and even better our craft, regardless of what it is. But sometimes when we work as a team, especially with people with like-minded interests or different perspectives even, really helps enrich the experience. You get a lot more done. Sometimes you get a different perspective that you didn't realize you needed that will help whatever you're doing and actually make it that much better. And sometimes it's just more fun. You keep each other company. You have fun doing the work, whatever it is, again. And sometimes it's just fun, just to check in with one another, maybe play some music and just socialize as you work if you're able to do that. It really helps support one another. Even if you still want to work in solitude, which is totally fine, maybe reaching out to someone that might need it. It could be a coworker or a friend, letting them know that you're there for them and can offer support in their process. And just even allowing yourself to be a little more social, especially if you're an introvert. Know that there are other people out there that will support you, will help you. So sometimes we're a little afraid to ask for help, and I being one of them. And sometimes it's not always asking humans to help. It could be even just asking your angels, the spirit guides, for a little extra guidance or a little help in focusing, or maybe even allowing your creative process to flow. Because sometimes we all have moments that we get stuck and maybe we have an idea, but we don't know how to bring it into fruition. As a content creator, I do run into that as well from time to time. So it's perfectly okay to ask for guidance. And it will be given to you as long as your heart is open for it. And keep on working. Don't wait around for it because it's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. But it will come to you as you're continuing to do your part. It's really amazing what teamwork can do. It can really boost your morale, especially when it's a positive one. I am being told that if it's a toxic environment, if people are being negative towards you or ridiculing you or not really taking time to support you while you're supporting them, because it always should be an even exchange, take a look at the situation, reevaluate. Is this serving you in the highest good? So there is that little warning in there just to keep that in mind. Again, it's not all frou-frou and sunshine and rainbows. We have to be realistic. But being positive is being realistic and protecting your own energy as well. There's a big difference between authentic positivity and toxic positivity. So just remember that. But all in all, this is a very positive message as you work with your friends or family or coworkers, even your animals if you're a hands-on worker with animals, plants. I don't know about you guys, but I know when I'm working with my team, it's so synchronistic sometimes. We have so much fun. We laugh. We share stories. We might do our own thing for a while, but we'll always send each other a message and check back and go, hey, how are you doing today? And even if we're having a bad day, sometimes reaching out to someone else and asking how they are and how you can help really helps you as well, because it takes your mind off whatever's troubling you. And a lot of the time solutions will come out of that. So there's a lot of little messages in this very simple card, but it's such a beautiful energy. So if you're not already working with a team or a couple of friends or what have you, take a chance today. Say hello to that person and see how you can help. And I guarantee you, the positive feedback will come back in tenfold. And last but definitely not least, celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. And this card is so, so important. It's amazing how we forget to celebrate the beautiful little things in our lives. We get so used to working ourselves to the ground, or just being in a daily routine of mundane tasks, or just going through the motions, basically, without even really thinking about it. Now, of course, we are going to have days that we need to get things done, and there's no way to avoid that. However, even in that process, we should always take time to celebrate the wins, celebrate the beautiful little things in our lives, have gratitude for what we do have, and not worry so much about what we don't have. It's really interesting how your life becomes a little bit brighter, even when you're stressed with a deadline or going through a tough, challenging time. When we take a moment to look around and really realize how much we have accomplished, even in our relationships or our soul work or our business, or even learning a new hobby, or just really working on ourselves, you become a better person. When we really sit down and take a moment, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, to really celebrate those wins, pat yourself on the back, because you have come a long way and you have grown into such a resilient, strong being compared to even just a year ago. So when we take time to do that, our lives become a little brighter and becoming a little more meaningful. This also means have fun. Don't always worry about being serious and working all the time. Now, I admit I've become a little bit of a workaholic at times. And a lot of the time it's just because I really enjoy my content. I really enjoy creating it. I enjoy coming up with new ideas to inspire. So I kind of celebrate that creative flow. But there are other ways to celebrate as well. Go out with friends. If you haven't seen someone for a while and really wanting to catch up with them, pick up the phone or go visit them. Go out for a cup of coffee or go to a movie or have some food. Whatever you like to do. Reconnect with the loved ones that you cherish. Is there a birthday coming up? Is there a certain anniversary or holiday of some sort that you really, really appreciate, but maybe you just haven't had time to think about? Go celebrate that. Really enjoy your life. Be present. Yes, we do have to go through some serious things. And yes, we do have to do a lot of work on ourselves. We have to pay the bills, put food on the table, and break away from the matrix world out there. But as we do that, we're not here to suffer. We're not here to always be serious. Being in the energy of celebration and gratitude, if you haven't done that for a while, this is your reminder to do so. And when we celebrate these things, that beautiful energy actually impacts the people around us. They start seeing that we're a little bit happier and a little bit lighter, and maybe even have a little more clarity in how we want to pursue our lives. Remember, we're all connected. No matter what card is drawn from these decks, no matter what messages we received, there is one thing. We're always all connected. And it doesn't mean we all have to be best friends. It doesn't mean we're all going to know one another. But it does help to know that whatever we're going through, we're not alone. We're always supported in some way. So go out and have some fun, let your hair down, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Well, there you have it. Those are the 3 cards that came out for this week. What a beautiful reading. It really had a lot of positive energy. It shows that life is beautiful, even in all the chaos in the world. Sometimes we just have to look a little harder. So if you like these kind of readings, please click like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. But more importantly, it gets these messages out to those who need them. And always check out my community tab. There's always something there for everyone. So let me know which card really resonated for you in the comments below. I'd love to start a conversation with you. And who knows, maybe somebody else will see your comment and be inspired as well. So I hope you all have an amazing week. Keep going for your dreams and know that you are enough. Until the next time, to know yourself is to know your truth. Namaste.